What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown from MicroStrategy Incorporated with the ticker symbol MSTR. I will first be going over what I see in the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. So, what do you guys think about the new name for the company, Strategy instead of MicroStrategy? Leave it in the comments down below what you think. I think they could have maybe changed it to MicroStrategy because they're kind of more of a long-term thinker now with Bitcoin. But strategy is also okay as well. So let's take a look at the technicals. Well, today, more or less of the same thing we have been seeing for the past couple of weeks now. Basically, a whole lot of nothing. It's just a lot of indecision. The market moves when there's an imbalance between buying and selling pressure. Currently, there's a balance in the market, so it's not really going up or down. It's basically just going sideways at this point. Obviously, in the short term, if you go drill down into like a smaller time frame, the market is always moving. It's always fluctuating up and down. But if you look at it on the daily chart, it basically doesn't look like it's moving at all. Flat. Looks like price is in a converging range with a downward sloping trend line, upward sloping trend line. I had my trend line like this over here previously, but looks like it was invalidated. But since we're still seeing price chop around and not breaking out higher or lower, so it looks like we probably can be adjusted to something like that, and that still works. Either way, it looks like price is struggling to go higher or lower. Looks like there's a higher likelihood we break down lower because Bitcoin looks a little bit bearish. I think it wants to do maybe one final drop to stop everyone out and then reverse higher. I don't think we're going to get the breakout just yet. I think the market wants to inflict a lot more pain, and I think people haven't thrown in the towel yet. I've seen it in the comments. A lot of people are, starting to give up mentally, calling this company a scam, calling MicroStrategy a scam. And a lot of times, you can be an indicator, right? If a lot of people get frustrated, they start throwing in the towel. What does that mean? It means that we're probably near the bottom, right? If everyone's getting frustrated and they just can't take it anymore, it tells me that we're probably closer to a bottom than before. And that's just how the market works. It's not designed to make everyone money. It's designed to, transfer money from your account to someone else's account. That's just how it works. So it's going to transfer it from the person who is undisciplined, impatient, to the person who's disciplined and patient. So let's see what happens. But as right now, it's just chopping back and forth, basically between the 349 and 322 level. I don't think today's going to be the breakout. I think over the weekend, we maybe see a move in Bitcoin. If it drops down lower, there's a good chance this will open lower next week. But again, it also things can change. The market's open. But regardless, the analysis does not change at all. Bears have been targeting the 240 level basically since early December. Right back over here is when that measure move started. So they've been trying multiple times to break down lower. Bulls have been trying to maintain support, and they have been successful at the 322 level. But we'll see how long that lasts. Price is, getting below that EMA, and it's not really bouncing towards the top side of this trend line right here. So it's staying on the support side of the trend line, which is not a good sign. You don't want to see acceptance of price near a level. You want to see rejection of a price. So you don't want to see price trading around a support or resistance level because that means it could break lower or higher. So it looks like this is setting up to break down lower. We'll see how low, and we'll see if it even occurs because we are at support. But again, it's more likely than not, we go lower than higher first. So all I have for MicroStrategy on the daily chart, basically holding on to nothing in terms of price. Obviously, there's a lot of things going on in the background with the company itself. So that's bullish. A lot of good reasons to be bullish. And earnings report was basically not important at all because this was based on their software company, which is basically nothing compared to other software companies. This is more of a Bitcoin company. So again, as long as they don't lose their Bitcoin or they get hacked or something like that, there's a good chance that this will be the most valuable company in the world. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. Weekly chart, a lot of consolidation going on. Again, this weekly chart doesn't show too much compared to the log scale weekly chart. I like this one because it takes into account more of the price history, and you cannot see that on a regular chart because it looks like a very small little blip compared to the more recent price action. But using the log scale, you get to see more of a historical. You see more historical data. Again, every pullback basically for the stock since it started this uptrend has been below the EMA. At least the wick of the candle has been below the EMA, and we haven't seen that yet. We can probably get that soon. I'm still expecting a drop. I think a lot of people are expecting a drop, and if most people are expecting it, there's maybe we won't even get it at all. But I still think short term it is a little bit more bearish than bullish, but long term it's still bullish. Let's take a look at the trend lines. Again, don't forget your macro analysis as well. So we have this nice bullish trend line right here, currently in play, and then we have this trend line right here. And then price was inside of a steeper trend line right over here, about a 67, 68 degree angle. And that one broke, but we're still above these two other trend lines. So there's a good chance that the trend is still immature and we can still see higher prices. Because just because we have these two trend lines doesn't mean we're going to continue higher, because sometimes you'll see price get way far away from the trend lines and all of a sudden it'll start crashing down and it'll break the trend line, something like that. But we haven't seen that yet. So this tells me that we're still early in the trend and I still think it can continue much higher. So I'm looking for the $1,500 target. This is all one large leg right here. Second leg up, and you can see that's targeting right around that $1,500 level. And then my longer term target of 4,000. Again, don't think of it in terms of price. Well, obviously that is a price target, but think of it in terms of market cap. To get to 4,000 for where we are right now, that's about around a 10x, you could say. So again, give or take maybe 11 or 12x from current prices to the $4,000 level. So one leg up right here, second leg up, right around 4,000, 4,100, 42. It doesn't matter. That's very close enough. So right around the $4,000 level is the measure move target. And these are highly accurate. So we have one leg up right here, second leg up right around that, high 3,000, low $4,000 level. So we'll see if we can get there this cycle. Maybe next cycle. I don't think so. I think it probably could be this cycle. $1 trillion is not a lot to ask for this company. This is all one leg right here, second leg up. And so let me show you guys this right now. So we have one leg up right here. This is clearly one large impulse up. And you can see that also on a lines chart. So you see this is all one large leg, and then price corrected lower. And then we can copy the arrow to the bottom of the correction right there. And then what do you know? Why did price kind of top right around this region right here in that 2020 bull market? Because the measure move target was reached. Like, I mean, is this a coincidence at all that we have two measured same size impulses up? And that's exactly where price, well, not exactly, obviously it overshot it. So you can see that it did slightly overshoot the target. Sometimes that'll happen. You'll overshoot it or undershoot it. But that marked the top for the cycle, right? And then price crashed down. However, it still went up again, right? So we can combine the first two legs because they're no longer valid because we're still going up higher. So you combine the first two legs. Now you drag it over to the bottom of the correction. And what do you get? Fourth, or this one's currently at $2,700. So this is one leg up right here. I think I didn't get, yeah, this is the leg right here. I didn't get the complete top of that move up higher. One leg up right here. Second leg up right around $38, $39, $4,000. So again, if that was a target before, or if price was able to make an impulse this large in the past, there's a good chance we could see something similar in the future. So again, $4,000 is the target for MicroStrategy at the top of the cycle. I would say 1,500 is when we'll see probably another large drop. So we'll probably see one leg up, pull back, second leg up, $1,500 drop to scare everyone out, one large push up, and then the final, correction lower for the market to reset. And maybe we come back to this trend line right here. So something like that would make sense, right? So we have the trend go up, $1,500, pull back, 4,000, without obviously a stock split, and then we see a correction towards the trend line, probably sub 300. Let's see what type of drawdown that is. It's about 94%. So again, the last time it did about a 90%. So let's just say we get a 90% again from 4,000. That's about 372. So again, the trend line could be obviously a little bit more steeper. But either way, we'll see if it even can get there, right? We need to first break out of this consolidation pattern we're stuck inside of, and then we'll go from there. But again, if it's tied to Bitcoin, Bitcoin has a very bright future ahead of itself, especially this year. And I expect MicroStrategy to also perform as good as well. That's all I have for MicroStrategy and the daily weekly charts. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.